Hello. Been having a bit of fun today. Uh, can't claim that I've got loads and loads done, um, but that was never really the plan. Um, because tomorrow, tomorrow I've got counter protest against the fascists in Elgin. So I know it's not going to be a fun day, and I know there's going to be shouting and unpleasant people. So I've just been trying to keep it relaxed today. And I'm also bloody freezing. Really cold today. So I'm going to make this video and then go back in the room where the fire is. But me and Evan we just had a really, really nice kind of few hours together. So Nina and Aurora went off to trampoline park in Rory, which is better part of an hour from here. And so me and Evan stayed home, and I was told by Nina that Aurora has been working on making an advent calendar for us. Well, they've been working together on making an advent calendar with a little thing for each day. No idea what it is, but I mean, it's just really, really nice. So I thought it was important that me and Evan do similar. So we just sat around the table for like 3 hours, just like making random silly things that we could put in this. So I've managed to get some good Christmas dad jokes involved. So, what's this? I'll give you a clue. You can kiss somebody under it. It's a missile toad. That's funny. Right, the other one. All right, look. So this is actually some plastic frog spawn that I repainted because now it is the spawn of Santa. And this one was particularly involved. So Aurora is a massive fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, or FNAF as you call it. So I made this. I made a load of little poos out of green stuff, which is like modelling clay things. And then these are, I plastic coated a couple of Rennies. So this is Five Shites and Rennies rather than Five Nights at Freddy's. And I personally think that's hilarious. But we shall see. I think probably the reaction I'm going to get is. But we've done other things like there's little scrolls with like, I will, you know, have a computer games afternoon with you or breakfast in bed or whatever. A few of our used up paint pots, I've painted them and I put jelly beans in. And then Evan's working on some bizarre stuff. I mean, it's weird how well they work. I mean, it's T-Rex vibes, obviously, with the short, impractical arms. But it's weird how well that scale works. So yeah, no, it's just been really nice. And then I had a call with. So I mentioned that I've been trying to help get this development trust set up. So I had a call about that. Somebody is trying to put together a kind of code of conduct. You know, we kind of need all these documents. I think they're particularly important given the polarised nature of society these days. So just wanted to pick my brains, really, which was nice. Like, it's nice to be kind of asked for, you know, or trusted to provide input on these things. So, yeah, it's all kind of happening, really. I've got paperwork that I need to do, and I've got various things I need to do, but also it's the end of November. Christmas is on the way. The nights are cold, the nights are long. I'm okay with hibernation, just a little bit of hibernation. I think it's important. I just think there's so. there's so much that we have lost as a culture due to, well, I mean, in a broader sense, the advent of technology, but specifically lighting and electric lighting. Like, you know, historically, this would be the time of year where everyone kind of stops doing stuff as much as possible, and you know, hibernates, just gets into the kind of slow, gets into like a slower way of life, a slower process, um, because that's what you had to do before we had light bulbs and or candles, I guess, and you know it was excuse me. When you got 5 hours of, well, 6 hours of daylight one day, you adapt to the way you live. And then in the summer, you know, maybe you correspondingly work a bit harder, but you do so in the sunshine. So, yeah, no, I'm just trying to kind of accept that you know, this is the winter, this is natural time where people rest and recuperate, and it's certainly something that I need to be doing. Um, but also, while I'm warm and inside, I've got some e-commerce sites to make, so that's going to be. E-commerce is not something that makes me excited or makes me want to leap out of bed and get on with things, but um, it is going to be, I think, something that's going to be complement what we do very well. Not only that, I think it will bring in some money. I mean, this is all things that I know are things that I know will sell. Like Nina has sold her art and her jewellery, lots. I have done lots of trade with bikes and things. Um, you know, I think it's a natural evolution, and it's something I need to not have the yips about anymore. Because I've tried to do this. I think the issue is when I build a site, I set it up, make it, and then it's there, it's live, it goes off into the ether. If it's for somebody else, that's fine. If it's something I've done, you know, maybe there'll be blogs and updates to be done, but otherwise, you know, it mostly kind of takes care of itself. E-commerce is a whole thing with payments and tax and cards and fees and refunds and shipping and all these things. There's just, you know, it's not about the website, it's about the whole ecosystem that surrounds the website. And there's a lot of things that aren't really my natural forte, my natural happy place. So I've just got to pull that plaster off. I've just got to do it. Just got to get going. Launch with something functional but straightforward, and then just grow it as we go. So I'll probably start looking at that over the next few days. We did have reasonably nice weather today, to be fair, although it was very cold. But I'm not going to pressurise myself to be doing renovation things. I'm sure I will be laying some tiles and trying to do Harley again and things like that, you know, over the next couple of weeks. But I want to consolidate what I have and just start to get my head into Christmas and enjoy the Christmas. And that's all I got really. But a good day.